Hello guys, hello and welcome to another month, another Partworks month where we're actually carrying on and doing more. We've got 4 more issues of the Fanhome 1/8 Dodge Charger from Fast and Furious. We've got issues 51 right the way through to 54. And yeah, this is going to be adding on to the chassis, or the floor pan, sorry, not the chassis, because the chassis is already built up. But yeah, we're going to be adding more details onto the floor pan and seeing when we come through. So as you can see, we've got our next 4 issues here: 51, 52, 53 and 54. But also we received another free gift. We actually received a Fast and Furious t-shirt. So that is another free gift that we get when you subscribe. I think it was a promotional offer as well. If you subscribed before a certain date. So yeah. Also, awesome, great looking t-shirt. So without further ado, let's jump through to issue 51, and it says night racing, or a night race in Los Angeles or LA. And then obviously got the tune cars and things. We then got the 2013 Dodge Dart, which is not a bad looking car actually. Looks quite cool. We're then installing the pedals, so we've got the brake pedal, or the pedal cover, the clutch pedal, the brake pedal, and everything else. We've got a very tiny spring as well. So yeah, we've also got to take a switch off, which we've already done. So that is that brought down. Keywords: extreme cleaning. So obviously buffing your the body panels and the bodywork. So, and obviously polishing the car up. So we shall jump over to this. We've got number 51 first. We get this packet open, if it will open, of course. There we go. Okay, so in this packaging, as you can see, we've got all the pedals. We've also got a bag of CP screws. We've got the bag with a very tiny spring, so we've got to be very careful with that. And then we've got a bag of AP screws as well. So let's crack on and see what we can do. So it says, to start off with, which we've already done, it says find the wiring and switch for the brake light 47A attached to the front section of chassis 21A. So obviously, you know, got all of that. And pull out the wiring with the switch and disconnect the end of the connector that joins into the section of the wiring to the chassis. So this is the wiring, or the cable, that we need. And then what we need to do is, for the next one, it says insert the brake light switch 47A into the slot between the internal screw holes on the pedal cover panel 51A. So it will then mean that we've got to try and form this around somehow. Okay. Try and work it out like so. And then this one's going to be a bit fiddly actually. There we go. So it then goes into there somehow. But it's not wanting to play ball. So I think it's the wrong way. The wires are the wrong way, so we don't need to bend the wires, I don't think. Apart from a certain way. So one of the heat shrink there is, there we are. So then that goes into there. And then what we do is we've then got to position the switch bracket by aligning the two mounting holes with the cover of the corresponding. So it's this piece here. We get the little piece out. It's a bit fiddly, so we've got this little piece here, and then we've got to line that up with this switch. Put the switch button into position. So, and then we've got to then screw that on with two AP screws, but it looks a little bit fiddly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause now and try and get this done. Okay, and now we're back. So yeah, that was a little bit fiddly than I thought it would be actually. So we had to bend the wire sort of facing this way and then come out round and down as it is, as you can see, just about see there. But the wire has to come out on this little slot here. There you go. So you can just, there we are. So you can see it. There's a slot there, but it doesn't actually come out all the way, but then had to screw it down as well. So we've now got that. And then the next thing that we need to do is, it says get the floor pan and 49 and the 48A, which is this piece here, and insert the brake pedal spring into the central slot in the front part of the floor pan. So into the central slot, which is this one here, I think you'll find. This little hole. There's a little hole there. So that's got to be positioned into there. And insert the small pin on the end of the brake pedal into the spring 51C. So what I might do is, because this is the brake pedal here, I will try and do a bit of a reverse if possible. There we go. And I'll put the spring onto the pin like so. But then it also says about putting these in first as well. So I shall put this to one side. So we'll then skip for a second and then I'll go back to that. So it's on the next bit. It says the front edge of the floor pan has two T-shaped slots on the left and right side, or right hand sides of the brake pedal. Insert the pin of the clutch. So the clutch 51B, which is this one, and it goes into the left one, which then goes into that position, and then we then move this one, the 51F, into the next slot there. There we are. So then we come back to the previous stage. Just double checking that it is. Oh yeah, that is in the hole there. There we go. So that's that. We've then got to turn the page as well, so be careful not to interrupt anything. And then it says now you can attach the pedal panel cover or cover panel to the floor pan and secure it with 4 CP screws. Okay, so what we then do is we've got 4 CP screws that goes in these little holes here. And then making sure that the wire is facing backwards so that it goes this way. Yeah, again, trying not to disturb anything or interrupt anything. And then we get the 4 CP screws out that we need. Oh, we've got 3 out there. So we need 1 more. So we load 1 screw up. Trying not to let everything fall out. And then I'll just make a start on one of these screws here. It's not wanting to do anything. There we go. So we've got the first one in. Get the second one in, like so, as you can see. Yep. So that's a bit of a... We then making sure that it's all still together. There we go. And that then completes the whole stage. So that we then got the little clickage, as you can hear, as well. So that then means we have now completed issue 51. So we then move on to issue 52. And it says Stasiak, a fraternal agent. Going on about the actor. The Dodge Monaco 1965 to 1978 model. And then we're assembling more of the floor and going on. Sorry about that. Yeah, as I was saying, had a interruption there. Yeah, we've got in assembling the floor. So we're doing the front left side panel and the right side panel, the rear bulkhead, and then we've got some screws as well. So we're doing all the extra parts onto the floor pan, and then it'll show the position where it would go. And then we've got the perfect wash again for detailing, so like washing your car and things. And it says dispelling false myths as well. So we'll go back, and this one, get this one out. So it's a fairly big package on what we've got. There we go. So we take these out, take all these panels out, and then we've got a bag of HP screws and a bag of CP screws as well. So yeah. Okay, and we're back again. Sorry about that. So yeah, we've got all the side panels. So what we then do is move this out of the way, and we get the floor pan, the main floor pan, and it says put the what we need to do is put the left side of the floor pan, or the left side panel onto the floor pan here. So it's, I think it is this one. Yeah, it is this one here. So making sure the orientation is like that with the curve facing front, and then we need to insert it at the bottom. We've got 2 little screw holes right at the front here as well, and then all we need to do is screw that down with 2 CP screws. So we get the first screwed up, loaded up, and then we just screw from underneath, as you can see. So that's the first one. And then we get the second one. Okay, and then what we do is, yet again, it says to repeat the same on the other side. Oh, so we load a screw up first. There we go. Oh, making sure we're in camera shot. There we go. And then we grab the other one. And screw that in. There we go. Okay, so then what we do is then we turn the floor pan over again, and we grab this piece and align the 6 holes in the bulkhead, which is obviously this piece here, and then attach that to this area here, like so. And then what we do is we attach that with the 6 HP screws. So we've got 6 there. So we put the first one in. Grab the second one. Okay. Do the 2 center ones as well. So this one's going to be a nice and easy assembly on this issue. A nice quick assembly. And then we do the 2 outer ones last as well, so it equals out all the tension. There we go. Okay, so that then completes that lot, and it says you have to attach some new pieces to the floor pan, put it to one side for the next assembly sessions. So we then move on to issue 53, in which we're saying about bonds of friendship. So obviously going on about Too Fast, Too Furious. It's about Slapjack and Tej. And then we've got Suki as well. Going on about the 50th anniversary Dodge Challenger. Now that is a beast looking car. And then we're assembling the seat, part 1. So we've got the seat, the backrest, the seat belt, and some screws. So we're then putting the seat belt in with the seat and going through. Then it says for proud owners, decontamination. So making sure that, yet again, making sure the car is nice and clean again as well. So we then get the next stage, which is here. So I think this one's going to be another quick and easy issue again. So we've got the seat, we've then got the backrest, we've got a bag of IP screws, and then we've also got the seat belt as well, which is very nicely made. Okay, so what we then do is we then grab one side. So we then follow this through this side of the seatbelt buckle. That goes all the way through. And then we've got to thread that through the other side. Try and find the slot. There we go. Then push that through, making sure that comes out the other end, which doesn't want to play ball. There we go. Okay, so that is that. And then what we do is, so we just pull that through, and then we grab hold of the backrest, and then that will then just slide in like so. Okay, there we go. So that would then hold the seatbelt like so. We then turn that over, and it says it's to be attached. There we go. So yeah, we've got to then attach that like so. Right, so making sure that the holes are lined up properly as well. We then grab hold of this and then put the 2 IP screws in. There we go. So making sure that is lined up. There we go. So that's the first one. Let me grab the second one. No, that's not wanting to go in. There we go. I think that's gone in now. There we go. I can feel it biting now. There we go. So then that's attached with the 2 IP screws, and that completes that stage. So we then move on to issue 54, the final one for this month. I'm going Leon and Santos. So we meet them later on in the franchise. The Dodge Durango, big 4x4. Then we're carrying on assembling the seat again. So we're doing the bottom seat of the section, the backrest cover, and the seat base. Going through, and then obviously attaching it to the bottom of the floor pan, and then polish and protect. So obviously polishing the bodywork, which I was saying in the previous stages, and then obviously buffing it all up as well. So we then grab the next lot, and then what we need to do, we've also got a bag of AP screws, IP screws, and some big flanged ones as well. They are JP screws. So what we need to do is then attach the seat cover, or the back seat cover, like so. So that clicks in like that, and then attach with the 4 AP screws. So I'll just tip all the AP screws out. There we are. Because obviously going to be using quite a lot of them in this issue. So that's the first one. There we go, second one. Get that one in. And then we follow with the last one on the that part. Okay, so then what we do then, or what we do next, is we then grab hold of this piece, which is the seat base, and we then just slide that underneath like we did with the seat back cover in the previous issue, and then that slides in to place like so, and then we just attach it with 4 IP screws, so one either side, and then 2 at the top there as well. So we only have 3 IP screws, but then we have 1 spare from the other book, from the last issue as well. So I shall grab that out. So that's that one. Oh no, hang on, that's not. No, that was not going in. There we go, now it is. So that's that one. We then got the other one, so lining the hole up. That one's, yeah, again, these aren't lining up properly. There we go. So it's these ones with the little rubber piece to go over. They don't line up properly. There we are. And then we've got the final 2 to go on the back. Oh no, they're attached with 2 AP screws, sorry. So we don't need them. It was just the fact that I was looking at that one wrong. So then get 2 AP screws to tighten up on the back. And then the final one goes in the center there, or the other corner, sorry, not the center. There we go. So we then got the 2 IP screws on the other side, and then we've got the AP screws there. We then grab hold of this section and then just attach that into place, making sure that this lip section goes underneath like so, and that goes like so, and they are attached. It's then attached again with 4 AP screws. So that is 1. 2. That's 3. And then the final one. That is 4. Okay. So we then put the seat belts down like so. And then that is then the seat completed. What we then do is grab hold of the floor pan, making sure that it is the right way around. And then we attach it to the 2 slots with the 2 holes there. And then just slide that into place like so. And then that is then attached with 2 JP screws. So just get these screws out first. We have 3, so we've then got 1 spare. So this then enables us, or allows us, to move the seat back and forth as well. So I'll then put the screw, or position that in the center there. Try and, oh, it's not. Okay. Then grab the first one. And that is on, like so. Oh. Try and get that into place. There we go. So then that is that, and that is now the full completed section for that issue. So you can still move your seat backwards and forwards if you really wanted to as well. And that completes stage, or issue 54, and completes the whole lot for this month. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Some little tricky bits and things like that, where obviously we've got the little spring to put into this and the little switch. That was a bit of a tricky situation. And then obviously with the making sure you got the right screws for the seat as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. If you have, then drop us a thumbs up and let us know what you think as well. And until the next video, whether it's something to do with this, live streaming, or any other stuff that I do on my channel, I will catch you in the next video. Bye bye.